Well, my name is Tom Bynan. I'm the farmer here now at Nicholston Farm. The farm is about 115 acres in total, of which we grow about 20 acres of soft fruit. The farm's been in our family for 5 generations, and 40 years ago is when my father first started growing fruit. Growing soft fruit in South Wales is challenging, there's no doubt about it. It's a different climate to probably anywhere else, but we're fortunate enough to be on the coast, and located on the Gower means that crops can get away and established earlier, and hopefully we miss most of the severity of the weather. If it wasn't for the fact that the beach was below us and the Gower gets populated through the summer season with tourists, I don't think potentially there would be a business. Years ago we used to get people turning up and wanting a bunch of strawberries for jam making. Now that tendency isn't there anymore because of supermarket influences and the way in which attitudes have changed towards food. People want things fast and convenient. We've now become sort of more of a day out experience, and people take the opportunity to show their children where food comes from. To say it isn't challenging, yes it is. To say I enjoy it, of course I do. If I get disappointment, well, we try again.
My name's Chris Creed from ADAS, and I'm down here on the Gower today to do a soft fruit workshop on behalf of Farming Connect and Mentor a Business. The idea is that we bring some growers, established growers and new growers, show them around the site and learn them the various techniques, and also touching on things like pest and disease control, weed control, varieties, and at the back of me you can see the fruit farm laid out, and there's various crops. We mainly grow soft fruit. Soft fruit includes raspberries, strawberries and bush fruit including gooseberries, red currants and black currants. We've also, on the veg side, we've got a field of rhubarb and new potatoes well up now, and also some broad beans. So what we'll be covering today is the actual growing of the crops, the feeding, the nutrition, trying to get people to be able to work out from soil analysis what they got to put on, what pesticides they can use, when to put them on, how to apply them, and just go through the general range of getting things right, really. Well, part of my remit here is to advise on the use of pesticides, and we use the minimum possible wherever we can. We're on a technique called IPDM, which is Integrated Pest and Disease Management, and where we can we use biological controls, and then we back that up in necessity with just a few basic pesticides for controlling things like aphid and caterpillars and various things, and slugs that will affect the fruit crops. So we try and keep that to an absolute minimum, but there are the odd things we have to use. The other area is herbicides. We've got to keep the weeds out of the crops, so we try and get the herbicides on before the crop actually emerges, and that means that the crop doesn't come in contact with it. And then we, as a pick your own, depends on presentation, so we've got to have the crops looking nice and tidy, and you know, if we've got everything full of weeds and thistles and nettles, then the people won't like it. So we try where we can to keep the crops nice and clean, and then they come down here, see the crops, have a good experience, and hopefully take plenty of fruit home with them.